Hello and welcome to Heavenly Album Covers, one of the best album cover programs anywhere in the world, Heavenly Album Covers. And here we are. I was having trouble with my iPhone and it wasn't receiving calls. I could make calls out, but I couldn't get calls in to me. And I took it over to the Apple Store over on Regents Street over there. And the Regent Street Apple Store has been there about 20 years now. It's been a long time, maybe more like 16 years. But I took my phone in there and they kind of plugged it in. They changed some of the settings, but it still didn't quite work. So they let me trade my iPhone, my old iPhone, my iPhone, I think it's a 6 or a 12. All I know, it was running 17.4.1 OS, and the thing wasn't working. So they told me I could trade my old phone in for this new retro iPhone. It's a new Apple model, and it mimics the old dial phones from the 1940s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. It's really clever. This phone, it reads your fingerprints as you, this is called a dial, and it reads your fingerprints. It sends that information to the Apple headquarters, so they have your phone number on file. After you make your calls, it sends that information over. Unfortunately, this doesn't come with Safari. They're working on getting Safari on this thing, and the headset's pretty primitive, but overall I'm really happy with it. It's just that it's really hard to put in my pocket. So here we are at Heavenly Album Covers as I put my new iPhone on the ground, and it's Saturday night. If you're in another country, it's Tuesday night, and if you're nowhere, it's no particular night. So we're going to look at this album in a minute and another album in maybe 6 minutes. I found this Motorhead book. I was real happy to find it. I like Motorhead a lot. I used to play the Iron Fist album over and over and bang my head against my pillow. And Ace of Spades is their greatest song. It might be the greatest song ever made. And this is a Motorhead collector's guide. It's really great. And it's got all sorts of rarities, goodies, singles, albums, information, cassettes. And let me hold it up a little better. And it's got close to 400 pages. There's an Iron Fist right there, kind of. And Lemmy was great. And the closest I ever came to seeing Motorhead was when I saw Girls School open for Queensryche, and Girls School did Please Don't Touch with the Motorhead people, and I was real happy to get this. I'm gonna keep this as a maybe keep it in the bathroom, kind of a something to look at. And so that's Motorhead Collector's Guide by Mick Stevenson. There are lots of Micks in the rock and roll world. And as I pluck my pointer from its casing and its position, we're looking at an album called What Do You Say to a Naked Lady? It's a soundtrack album, and you can see parts of this movie, What Do You Say to a Naked Lady, on YouTube. People have posted clips from it. It's kind of R-rated, X-rated, so you won't necessarily see the explicit movie. But this movie, What Do You Say to a Naked Lady, was made by Alan Funt. Now, Alan Funt is known primarily for his TV show Candid Camera, but way before that, in the 1940s, he had something called Candid Microphone. He did candid everything: candid film, candid video, candid camera, candid recordings, candid cassette tapes, and he became pretty wealthy and well known from doing his candid hidden camera shows, various shows, and I personally consider Alan Funt he was the inventor of what we have now in social media. Today we have people using their cameras in all sorts of different secret ways, and hidden cameras, and all sorts of cameras. There are cameras everywhere today, but Alan Funt figured out how to do certain things with cameras and hide them, and he would hide microphones in flower pots, and he never really made fun of people. He just let people be themselves. So anyway, at one point he decided to make this movie where parts of the movie have a naked woman appearing in different scenarios, and here she is. Or let me move the camera a little closer. Here is the naked lady. She's in a classroom setting, and here are some students, and here's a guy here, a woman, and 3 other people. And the actual cover is not very impressive, but I picked this up just because I'm a huge Alan Funt fan. I have a couple of his books. I have his first book from I think it's from the late 40s or early 50s. He really had a lot of theories about human nature and how to capture that kind of stuff on film. And this is on MCA Records. Here are some little clips from the movie. We'll just plunk it somewhere.
Open your eyes, let's have a surprise. Love is happening all around us, baby. Open your eyes. In the corner of your room where your mother wouldn't see, it's a tragedy. It's not as pleasant as it seems, like all the same thing differently. Something like a birdie.
So you would think that this album would have little excerpts, candid excerpts from the movie, but it's all really high energy kind of showbiz music. It's quite a dichotomy. So that is What Do You Say to a Naked Lady, created by Alan Funt, who was a genius, really. And the Apple people told me that I need to upgrade this phone about every three or 4 weeks. It's a powerful device, but the video quality on it is. So I found the album, so we're all set here. You know, this new retro iPhone, it has its own backup storage hard drive on it here. This contains over 300 trillion gigabytes of hard drive space here, and it's got there's a thing that rings in it. It's like an alert. Whenever there's a notification, there's a ring sound on here, and this multi-use dial, it reads your fingertips. It sources the fingertip information to the Apple central Apple area headquarters, and so they have always got your phone information handy if you have any problems upgrading. And so here we are with an album by Syl Austin. Great name, Syl, like a windowsill. And he has an orchestra, and his name is Syl Austin, and he put out this album with high fidelity sound. The album is called Slow Walk Rock, and it's an album for hip dancers. And I picked this up because even though there are a lot of similar album covers like this in the world, they still exist. This one just had a certain something that I had to grab and keep and purchase, and mostly because of these 2 people. But the actual design composition is just real slick, real classy, real nice. This is on Mercury Wing Records. We will play a few haphazard cuts from this in a couple of minutes after I stop talking. And we have a couple here. They seem a little bit disconnected as these two are just dancing. They seem a little bit away from each other. He's kind of dancing on his toes, kind of hiking up his trousers. You can see a little bit of his black socks. You can see his shoelaces. You don't often see shoelaces on album covers. This strip of text is just barely covering up these feet down here. It's covering up this woman's heel a little bit and the front part of her foot, and the major portion of his toe area is covered up by this intrusive text box here. And she's having fun, but she looks a little bit tense and nervous. Her hair is kind of floating out here. They're both looking good. They both look very into what they're doing. They're probably in a studio dancing to music. And he's got like a golf cap on. And this lettering is fine. It really works well. This high fidelity stuff, text down here is bigger than the title of the album. In the old days, people and record companies really promoted the high fidelity concept, which I'm not sure if it even really existed. And here is Syl Austin. They didn't put him on the cover. They should have. He's great looking. And we can pull up Syl Austin here. I'd never heard of Syl Austin, but he actually released an album without his own picture on the cover. And he does songs like Train Whistle, Shufflin' Home, Birthday Party, Dogwood, not Junction, but Juction. And he does a song called He's a Real Gone Guy. And these are all BMI and ASCAP numbers. And they don't really talk about Syl here in the liner notes. They just talk about rock and roll and how the world is rocking and rolling. And Syl looks really content, really happy. I'm going to have to do some more research on Syl. I didn't do any research for this record tonight. And so we have these two people. And we have this album. So let's see if it has music on the actual vinyl that we can discern. So that's Syl Austin and his album Slow Walk Rock. It sounds slightly high energy. I don't know. I might if I were Syl, I would have speeded things up a little bit and added more saxophone. So that's Syl Austin, and I think we should just pretend that this is the actual front cover, and this is the back cover, because these people probably had nothing to do with the music. And so that's Syl Austin and his album cover for slow walk rock